Hello, namaskar everyone. I hope you guys doing great. So here in this video, we're going to do the literary theory questions which were asked this time, this recently conducted exam that was cancelled. Right? We're going to do these questions here, and they will, pave the roadmap for you for this upcoming exam. Right? It will give you an idea about the pattern, the way they are asking questions now. Okay, so we're going to solve them here, and we'll have a discussion around them. Okay, and make sure you join on the Telegram channel for the latest update, which is the My Professor Note UGC Net English. All right, so here the question number one: Who coined the term phallocentric, lagocentric? So this word is made of, it has a two words. One is the phallus, which means the masculine. Another is centric, which means center. So here the masculine is the central in the creation of meaning, right? This is the term given by the Jacques Derrida. And so for your upcoming exam, make sure you remember all of the terms which are coined by the Jacques Derrida. All his work and his term. Deference, aporia, deconstruction, right? All their characteristics. They are very important. Lucy, Irague becomes very important. Jacques Lacan, Sigmund Freud. All of these four theorists are important for your upcoming exam. So make sure you cover them all in detail. Okay. Now, next question here. Who among the following was not a of leading figure? Sometime I forget to, connect my mic. Who among the following was not a leading figure of new criticism? So now you know that John Crow Ransom, he's the one who gave the name to this movement, to this literary theory, with his work New Criticism. New Criticism, which he published in the 1941. So he is obviously one of the founding figures here and the leading figure here. I.A. Richards, he is the one who started this field. No, there is a Cambridge a critiques school where in his Cambridge University he did this experiment where he give this papers to all the students. There was this poetry was written, and from the word they had to comprehend that what does that mean from the word only. He did not give them any like theme or the background of the author, simply from words by close reading. So he is a father figure. He's a pioneer of new criticism, right? So now Ellen Tate is merely associated with it, right? He has not contributed that much, even though he give this term called the tension, right? Cleanbrook, well-wrought urn, language of paradox, and the heresy. These are the two terms he has coined, and three of them are, in a way, the trailblazer or the pioneer figure of this. And so I will single out here Ellen Tate. Some of like somewhere the IA Richard was not mentioned here because he was not the part of this new critique new school. He was a part of the this Cambridge school only because you know the your Cambridge school came before the new critics. So in that way, he is a forefather also, right? Some people have singled him out from that perspective, but he has played a very, very crucial role here in the formation of this theory. I will single out here the Ellen Tate, and these three have played a major role in the formation of this theory. So make sure all their works, all their works, and the term for the next exam, right? And if you find it difficult that from where, sir, I can complete all these terms, all these work, is there anything, any study material, right, from where I can complete them all without, like looking for the sources, searching and surfing on internet? You can simply go to My Professor Note study material, and we will provide you just all these terms and these theories which are covered there. And you can also read the reviews of our students on our Telegram channel. And you can simply contact on this number, right, on WhatsApp. And the samples and the booklets will be shared with you there, right? This is the exam oriented content. So there is nothing redundant. ना redundant कुछ भी नहीं है इसमें, irrelevant content कुछ भी नहीं है. बस एग्जाम ओरिएंटेड कंटेंट ही आपको मिलेगा. नाउ कम द थर्ड क्वेश्चन हियर. नेग्रीट्यूड, coined by M.A. Césaire, was appreciated as well as criticized by critics and thinkers. And he was, he was criticized. Some people like Wole Soyinka. He is also one of the main figure of the black community, and he said that we have, negritude means that embracing your blackness, not looking down upon it. So what happened when the colonizers, looking down upon you, they are of the fair color, their language is different. Then M.S. Isaiah said, we have no need to look down upon ourselves. We should be proud of ourselves. We should embrace our blackness. And Wole Soyinka, he was of the attitude, he was of the perception that he said that we have no need, you know, to prove something which we already are. Like why we have to tell people by doing, certain action in a way that which shows that we are embracing our blackness. We already are black, and we have no need to prove it. So from that perspective, they have criticized M.S. Isaiah. And with him, in this movement, your Senegal, Senghor, Leon Damas, they have played a very crucial role, right? They were all with MSSA. So here we have to select the correct responses that this term received. So Senegal, Senghor considered this term to be derogatory, which means, going against the perception of the MSSR and the term which he has coined. But he was with him. He was standing by his side. So this is the incorrect. This is not correct. Leon Damas did not participate in the negritude movement. He did, right? He did. This is also incorrect. Creole uh, writers tag this term for its monolithic look. So they have tagged this term, right? Then come the Nobel laureate Wole Soyinka considered negritude as an unhealthy fetishism of the native state. He did that, right? He have he have considered negritude as an unhealthy fetishism of the native state. But your friend Fanon was extremely critical of the term negritude and never used it. He has used this. Franz Fanon ने इस term को use किया है, right? So because he was the psychologist, where he was the psychologist of the colonial people's mind, and he was trying to know that what is the ideology, what is the mindset of these people who are colonized. So he was interested in the psyche of the colonized people, and being yourself, embracing your blackness. Like he has given importance to that concept. So he has used this, and C and D, these two are the correct one here, right? C and D are the correct one here. Now comes the fourth question here. Who among the following was not associated with the Yale School? So, Yale School, all the members here, they were influenced by the philosophy of Jacques Derrida. Deconstruction की जो इनकी philosophy थी, that nothing has a one particular meaning, like it only thing it has is the different interpretation होती है. किसी भी चीज का कोई एक particular meaning नहीं होता. There is no absolutism, and there is no one truth or one single meaning. There are only interpretations. ठीक है, आप किसी चीज को देखते हो, उसे इंटरप्रेट करते हो, एक पर्टिकुलर मीनिंग पे नहीं पहुंचते. यू कीप इंटरप्रेटिंग इट, 22 times you read something, you have a 22 different meanings. That was what he was in a favor of. They used to put question mark on everything. So that's what it means here. So Harold Bloom was associated with it, Paul Deman, Jacques Derrida, and J. Hillis Miller. Hillis Miller is also one of the important figure. So he was also the part of this. Terry Gilton is not, right? Terry Gilton is not. Then come match the list one with the list two. Here we have the concept and here we have the term. So Quora, I did the shorts on Quora, on carnivalization, on contrapuntal reading. मैंने हर चीज पे shorts बना के रखे हैं. If you somebody watch my shorts on this My Professor Note channel, so you would have definitely uh, did this question correct in your exam. So you must go through all these shorts on My Professor Note, right? All right. So Quora is a term which is a prelingual state where the baby did not, differentiate between the world and the mother and him. He does not have any sense of himself. Any image, any self image is not built. It is between the 0 to 4 months of time. That's when this Kora stage is. Carnivalization is a term given by the Mikhail Bakhtin, and it is something which used to take place earlier in the medieval age, and now this carnivalization function is uh, is played by the books only. This is where you subvert the hierarchy. earlier क्या होता था कि जो आपके कार्निवल्स होते थे उसमें कोई बैगर भी है, अगर कोई पुअर एक लोअर क्लास का आदमी भी है, सो दे आल्सो यूज टू ड्रेस अप लाइक अ किंग एंड अ क्वीन. तो एक रिवर्सल होता है उस पूरे हायरार्की का. यू कैन बी वट एवर यू वांट टू. So that's the festival or occasion where you are allowed to go unconscious in a way, जहाँ पे आप वो चीजें कर सकते हो, अपने जो suppressed desire हैं उन्हें आप व्यक्त कर सकते हो. यू कैन एक्सप्लेन देम दैट डे. सो उस तरह का. सो सिमिलरली अब वो चीजें तो नहीं रही. those occasions are not anymore there, those festivals are not anymore there. So the place this place of carnivalization has been taken, this place of carnival has been taken by books now, novels now. ठीक है. अब वहां पे आप उस तरीके से चीजें लिख सकते हो द वे यू वांट टू. दिस इज द ओनली आउटलेट यू हैव नाउ टू एक्सप्रेस योर अनकॉन्शियसनेस, टू एक्सप्रेस योर सप्रेस्ड डिजायर, टू स्पीक अगेंस्ट द अथॉरिटी. बिकॉज आप बाहर तो नहीं बोल सकते, है ना. ये चीज है. हम्म. All right. So contrapuntal reading, carnivalization is by the Mikhail Bakhtin. Contrapuntal reading is by the Edward Said, and A Creature Feminine is by the Helen Sixes in her Laugh of Medusa. वर्क इंपॉर्टेंट है, उसका पब्लिकेशन डेट भी आपने याद रखना है. लाफ ऑफ मेडूसा में ये इन्होंने क्या है, ये टर्म कॉइन किया हुआ है. ऑल राइट, ऑल राइट देन. एडवर्ड साइद, मिखेल बाख्तिन, इनके सारे वर्क्स, इनके सारे टर्म्स आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. ठीक है. तो आप मान लो आज के लिए आपके मैंने आपको ये टास्क दे दिया कि आपने आज हेलेन सेक्सस, जूलिया क्रिस्टेवा, मिखेल बाख्तिन और एडवर्ड साइद, इनके सारे वर्क्स एंड टर्म्स आपको याद करने हैं और पढ़ने हैं. ठीक है. बाकी ऑब्वियसली हमारे सामने एक स्ट्रगल रहता है कि इतना कंटेंट नहीं होता अवेलेबल. मेरे पास आई हैव दिस बोथ ऑफ दीज बुक्स, आपका पीके नायर का भी और ये पीटर बेरी भी. बट एग्जाम के पर्सपेक्टिव से इसमें कंटेंट नहीं है. इसमें आपके कॉन्सेप्ट्स अच्छे बनेंगे. आपको पता चलेगा कि व्हाट मार्क्सिज्म इज, व्हाट फेमिनिज्म इज, एवरीथिंग, द कॉन्सेप्ट्स विल बी क्लियर. बट ये जो इतने टर्म्स है, इतने इनके वर्क्स हैं, उनके पब्लिकेशन डेट्स हैं, दिस इज समथिंग यू हैव टू डू द रिसर्च ऑन योर ओन ऑन गूगल. ठीक है. और वो टाइम टेकिंग प्रोसेस होता है, इसीलिए कि आपको एक स्टडी मटेरियल और लाइव क्लासेस जो है प्रोवाइड की जाती हैं ताकि आपको चीजें एक साथ मिले, एक जगह मिले. एंड दैट्स ऑब्वियसली वेरीज पर्सन टू पर्सन. ठीक है. वो कंप्लीटली आपकी चॉइस होती है. ठीक है. दैट्स अ मोर एफिशिएंट वे टू प्रिपेयर. दैट्स इट. बाकी कुछ नहीं. सो टर्म है और कॉन्सेप्ट है हमारे पास. थर्ड स्पेस एंड द वर्ल्ड लिटरेचर है ये, वर्ल्ड लिटरेचर है ये. इज द जर्मन वर्ड फॉर इट. ये आपका जो टर्म है विच इज गिवन बाय दी गोएथे. ठीक है. जिनका वर्क है फॉस्टस, वेरी फेमस वर्क. ठीक है. सो ही इज द वन हु हैज गिवन दिस टर्म. थर्ड स्पेस होमी के भाभा का टर्म है, हु हैज गिवन दिस. एंड पोस्ट इम्प्रेशनिज्म आपका टर्म है फॉर द फ्रेंच जो आपकी जो पेंटिंग है, जो मॉडर्न फ्रेंच पेंटिंग है, उसके लिए ये टर्म आपका दिया गया है. दिस इज द टर्म रिलेटेड टू द आर्ट, है ना. आर्ट से रिलेटेड है आपका ये. एंड दिस इज गिवन बाय द रॉजर फ्राई. रॉजर फ्राई वाज द मेंबर ऑफ द ब्लूम्सबरी ग्रुप. ही वाज अ आर्ट क्रिटिक. ही वाज अ आर्ट क्रिटिक. सो ही इज द वन हु हैज गिवन दिस टर्म हियर. ओके. सो सिमुलैक्रा, हमने इस पे वीडियो भी बनाए हैं, राइट. अगर आपने मेरा पोस्ट मॉडर्न का वीडियो देखा होगा, सो आई हैव डिस्कस दीज थिंग्स देयर ऑन डिटेल. और आप उस वीडियो से आपको बहुत सारी चीजें सीखने को मिलेगी. आई वुड से कि आप पोस्ट मॉडर्न करके है, पोस्ट मॉडर्निज्म माय प्रोफेसर नोट आप सर्च करना, आपको ये कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर हो जाएगा. सो गोएथे इज द पर्सन हु हैज कॉइन्ड द टर्म कॉल्ड द वर्ल्ड लिटरेचर. ठीक है. सिमिलर करा आपका जेन बॉडलेडर. जेन बॉडरिलर ने ये टर्म कॉइन किया हुआ है. तो आपको ये आइडिया आ गया. अब यहाँ पे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज ये है कि आपको इसके जो है सेंट्रल आइडियाज ही पता होने चाहिए, ठीक है। सिमिलैक्रा क्या है, थर्ड स्पेस क्या है, ठीक है। तो यही जानने लाइक दो यहाँ पे टर्म है, इसके अलावा तो खाली नेम्स आर इनफ, ठीक है। Then come the Barbara Smith. So she is a lesbian activist, and she's very open about her gender. But towards a black feminist criticism, she has to come up with this because black feminism is a very inclusive movement. It is not like the feminism which were there earlier. That was only limited to the you know uh, to the propagandas or the agendas, sorry, to the agendas of the elitist and the racial and the racist white women. Okay, they were just concerned about them. And the black feminism asked to include the race and the cultural differences in the argument of the feminism, which was not there earlier. कि जो आपका फेमिनिज्म हो रहा था, जो आपका सफरगेट मूवमेंट था, where they were asking for the rights of vote, they were not concerned about those women who are being beaten up at home for the dowry, right? They were not talking about, because the black women were oppressed on the two levels. One as a woman, and the another, they were blacks, right? So they were the two, like they were oppressed on two levels. Okay? As a women's, they were already suffering, right? And second, they are black, so they are not given those rights. They don't have that equal opportunities were not given to those peoples, so they also had to fight for that thing, right? So, and nobody was representing them, neither these feminist, so-called feminists. So then this black feminism movement came up, where they had to stood up for their rights. Before this, if you see, there was a black art movement, but that was also patriarchal. Black feminism was oppositional to the patriarchy and this white feminism, right? And they were very inclusive. They were not just talking about only black, they were also talking about the women, but the black community as well. And the black lesbians were advocated by the Barbara Smith. So here the right option is the black lesbian women, and your black lesbian woman amongst black women with the white woman. So these are the two right option here, right? First one is the right option here. Okay, because these are the inclusive one. Now we have the another question here. Which among the following is not a type of meaning in a poem as defined by I.A. Richards? So in his practical criticism, he has given there are the four types. There are the four types of meaning. Okay, among the following is not type of meaning in a poem as defined by I.A. Richards. One is a feeling, he said. Another he said is a tone. फिर आपकी intention. And fourth was the sense. ठीक है, ये चार तरह की मीनिंग होते हैं। ठीक है, क्या सेंस क्रिएट कर रहा है, किस तरह की फीलिंग है, क्या टोन है, क्या इंटेंशन है, ठीक है, इसके बेसिस पे मीनिंग फॉर्म होते हैं ना। फॉर्म वाज नॉट देयर, फॉर्म वाज नॉट देयर, एट द प्लेस ऑफ फॉर्म देयर वाज अ सेंस। ये आपका क्रोनोलॉजिकल ऑर्डर पे क्वेश्चन पूछा गया था। जो भी आपके मेजर वर्क्स होते हैं, देखो क्रोनोलॉजी आपको उसकी ही याद करनी है, ठीक है। यू शुड रीड ओनली दोज वर्क्स इन द क्रोनोलॉजिकल ऑर्डर। यू शुड कीप in mind the dates of only those works which are famous work, major works. Feminine Mystique 1963, ठीक है, मैंने यहाँ पे आपके ये मेंशन कर दें, और इस ऑर्डर में ये आपका ABCDE is the right sequence है। Okay, sorry, C, yeah, sorry, yeah, this one is the right order. Okay, now who among the following was not associated with Cambridge School of Critiques? Now, F.R. Lewis, Q.D. Lewis, and William Empson, they are the main figure. So Kenneth Brooke is not. He was American poet, right? So he is not associated with the Cambridge School of Critiques. Your Kenneth Burke is not. अब यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा डेफिनेशन दिया है मैंने इस चीज के बारे में. आपका जो कैम्ब्रिज स्कूल ऑफ क्रिटिसिज्म है, I.A. Richards and F.R. Lewis are the founding figure here, right? 1920s, and this is which has influenced your new criticism, right? That's why I said that the I.A. Richards is the father figure. Its origin associated with the publication of Richards' two books, Principles of Literary Criticism and The Practical Criticism, 1929. The school would later spread to Russia, where it was known as formalism. And Richards, in his development of the theory, was influenced by T.S. Eliot. This is something you have to keep in mind. T.S. Eliot. Another thing is Ogden, C.G. Ogden, one of his friends. They both write this book called The Meaning of Meaning. है ना, ऐसे करके उन्होंने एक book लिखी थी. So that is also a founding text or the key text of the Cambridge School of Critiques. नाउ वी हैव द वर्क्स है और हमें इनको मैच करना है. आपके जो मेजर राइटर्स हैं, देखो उनके ही वर्क्स यहाँ पे पूछे गए हैं, राइट? लैंग्वेज एज पैराडॉक्स बाय योर क्लिंथ ब्रुक, राइट? So A is 2. If you had idea only about the major works, if then you could have matched them very easily. So Politics and the English Language, D by the George Orwell. So let's try them. 2 and 3. A to D3. A to D3 and here is your correct one. जरूरी नहीं है कि आपको हर एक राइटर का वहां पे वर्क पता हो, ठीक है? आपने एक वर्क देखा, बाकी को पता नहीं है, उसे मैच कर लिया. मैच इट एंड देन जस्ट टिक ऑन द राइट वन. फाइनल क्वेश्चन है हमारा यहाँ पे अगेन, जो कि आपको क्रोनोलॉजिकल ऑर्डर में जिसका आंसर करना था. ओरिएंटलिज्म 1978, ब्लैक स्किन, व्हाइट मास्क, फ्रेंड्स फेनन, ठीक है? ओरिएंटलिज्म एडवर्ड साइद. नेशन एंड नरेशन 1990, इसका आप मुझे आंसर आप बताओगे. लोकेशन ऑफ कल्चर 1994. बोथ ऑफ दीज वर्क्स आर रिटन बाय द सेम ऑथर. इसका नाम आप मुझे लिख के दोगे बिलो इन द कमेंट सेक्शन. सो आई विल सी यू इन द नेक्स्ट वीडियो. टिल देन टाइम गाइस, कीप लर्निंग. अच्छा, एक नेक्स्ट वर्क यहाँ पे और है. ये 3 ही वर्क, अच्छा 5 वर्क पूछे गए थे. डी कॉलोनाइजिंग द माइंड, निगुगी वा थियांगो. अमेरिकन अफ्रीकन ये राइटर है, तो आपको पता चल गया है इस ऑर्डर का, ठीक है? ओके, सो आई हैव आस्क्ड यू दिस क्वेश्चन. आप मुझे आंसर कीजिए बिलो इन द कमेंट सेक्शन. विल सी यू इन द नेक्स्ट वीडियो. टिल देन टाइम कीप लर्निंग. कोई आपको डाउट हो, आप टेलीग्राम चैनल पे जो आपको यहाँ पे नंबर दिया गया है, आप इस पे कांटेक्ट कर सकते हो, ठीक है? तो विल सी यू सून in the next video, which might add some more value to your preparation. Thanks for watching. This is Bhupesh Sharma signing off.